All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Heat number one. We'll see Joel Conley and Matt Moniak on the front row. John Barry, Michael Cray have the second row. Chance Maderick, David Lux on the third row. Kendrick Cryer and Edmund Jones round out the field. Becky, I would expect nothing less, to be perfectly honest. Joel Conley did not take to the grid, giving John Barry and Matt Moniak now on the front row. Pace car will lead them around one more time. Matt Moniak appears to be trying to race the pace car now. As always, if you have a favorite driver in the field, make sure you drop in the comments. Let us know who you're cheering for. We'll give them and you a shout out. Heat number one about to begin here at Iowa. Pace car heads through 3 and 4. All the drivers stacked up, ready to go. John Barry in control as the pace car drops in there in the zone. Green flag is in the air. Almost had a bump between Barry and Moniak on the start. John Barry quickly shoots into the lead. Chance Maderick now, it gets really sketchy. Off two there, 3 wide. Oh, one in the wall, and we've got chaos. They are 4 wide. Oh, Moniak's together. Cryer went flying. Everybody is going flying. Back up the replay just a little bit here. Here they come out of 3 and 4. A lot of bumping up front. Several cars loose. They're 5 wide at one point. Michael Cray has nowhere to go since Kendrick flying and Moniak around. That was a wild start. John Barry has checked out due to the chaos behind. Edmund Jones now to second. Chance Maderick in third. David Lux in fourth. Just set the fastest lap. Moniak back out on track in fifth. Michael Cray, Kendrick Cryer on pit road. A lot of cheers for the 3 car. Matt Moniak in that 3 car tonight, currently sitting in fifth after being holy cow! That was a drift out of turn 2. It has been a crazy heat 1. John Barry has a 1.8 second lead over Edmund. Chance now to third. Lux in fourth. Moniak is just out cruising and showing off. Matt Moniak has gone to pit road. I have to wonder if something was wrong with the car for him to be drifting through 1 and 2. Becky, sometimes all it comes down to is avoiding the chaos early. Chance Maderick and David Lux are reeling in Edmund Jones. Edmund still 2 seconds behind John Barry with just under 2 laps to go in Heat 1. White flag is in the air one more time around for John Barry. Edmund Jones unable to close any gap. Lux looking underneath Chance, but out of turn 4, John Barry wins heat number 1. Edmund Jones comes home in second. Chance Maderick comes home in third, and wow. What a finish to Heat 1. Hey, good evening, Cody. How are you? Moving on to Heat number 2. John Brancaccio and Ryan McDaniel have the front row. Brian Hewitt, Scott Snodgrass on the second. Vern Spring, Austin Minute have the third. Richie Joplin and Kyle McRecken Martin round out the field. And it does not look like John Brancaccio is going to take the grid. Cody, I meant to ask you the other day, have you gotten used to the new pedals? And as always, happy birthday, Richie Joplin. It is his 15th birthday of 2024. Makes him the youngest driver in the field, I do believe. One more time around. Oh, I completely understand that, Cody. Pace car about to drop in. Brian Hewitt in control. Ryan McDaniel on the high side. A wild heat number 1. What'll happen in heat 2? Let's find out. Pace car is in. Green flag is in the air for heat number 2. Hewitt quickly shoots to the lead and the high side. Coming out of 4 is when it got chaotic, and there, 3 wide. Oh! Ryan came across the nose of Scott Snodgrass. I'm sorry, that was Vern Spring that came across the nose on Scott. Oh! Richie Joplin got turned around. He has recovered, but lost all the ground he had. Austin Minute has the lead. Let's see if we can see what happened to Richie. Headed down into turn 1. He's 3 wide, shoots the gap, bounces off McDaniel into Barry, and just goes around. Austin Minute still has the lead. Ryan McDaniel still holds second, but battles with Vern Spring and Scott Snodgrass. Hey, John, great race, buddy. Austin Minute still in the lead. Ryan McDaniel, Vern Spring still battling. Ryan pulls just ahead. Edmund, you're not wrong. That was a crazy first heat. 5 laps to go in heat 2. We've already seen some chaos here. Minute has a little bit of a gap now on Ryan, Vern, Scott, and McRecken. McRecken just lurking. Hasn't really attacked yet, but now he's looking underneath Scott. Slides back up directly in front of Scott, trying to carry momentum. Scott with the crossover. Ryan and Vern nose to tail. Austin Minute pulls away. Austin currently has about a 7/10 of a second lead over McDaniel. Ryan doing everything he can to gain a little ground. McRecken finally clears Scott, now up into 4th, trying to close the gap. Brian Hewitt has drifted back into 6th. Richie Joplin in 7th. John Brancaccio did not grid. White flag is in the air one more time around for Heat 2. Cody, man, I can imagine, buddy. And out of turn 4, Austin Minute will win heat number 2. On to the warm-up. Drivers have about 5 minutes left to go to get any last minute. Hey, good evening, Ben. Doing good. Last minute practice, last minute trying to figure out something a little bit faster. Some of the drivers got in late, did not get any significant practice in. Moniak trying to drift again. Scott also going drifting. Yep, loose out of 4, pretty common here. Ben Coleman, how you been, man? Looks like some of the drivers having a little bit of fun here in the warm-up. One driver who's looking for every ounce of speed here tonight, Chance Maderick, felt robbed after the end of IRP last week. He had dominated that race multiple times after cautions, ran out to a 2.5 to 3 second lead on the final green-white checkered restart. After the white flag going off into turn 1, Kendrick Cryer booted him, sent him around, lost the win, looking for vengeance here tonight. Cody, the week is young. It'll happen. Ryan McDaniel had a great heat race tonight. Can the luck carry over into the feature? We thought his bad luck streak had been broken a couple of weeks ago. Then it reared its ugly head again. Will he be able to turn it around here tonight? Just about 2 minutes left to go in warm-up. Just enough time to run to the snack bar, get something to eat, get something to drink while you're standing in line. Make sure you hit that like, follow, subscribe. Most importantly, hit that share button. Invite your friends and family. Sharing the broadcast actually gets your favorite driver 5 extra horsepower. John, you'll be fine, buddy. Maybe tonight is the night we see John Barry get to victory lane. John Barry currently tied in the points 8th with Ryan McDaniel. Could make up a lot of ground here tonight. Andrew Thornton not here, so he'll bump up to 7th. With a win, could jump way up into the top 5. And now they are just having fun. Looks like warm-up is coming to a close with some chaos. And Scott giving Ryan a little nudge to send him around. Cody, you never know, buddy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The moment we have been waiting for, the feature here in Iowa. John Barry and Austin Minott on the front row. Edmund Jones and Ryan McDaniel on the second. Chance Maderick, Vern Spring as the third row. David Lux and Kyle McRick and Martin on the fourth. Matt Moniak and Scott Snodgrass round out your top 10. Kendrick Cryer starts in 11th with Brian Hewitt in 12th. Michael Cray in 13th. Richie Joplin in 14th. Do not expect Joel Conley or John Brancaccio to take to the grid. We mentioned it in pre-race. Keep a close eye on the 1 of Chance Maderick and the 66 driven by Kendrick Cryer. I talked to Chance Maderick this afternoon. He was still angry. He's still angry tonight. He dominated at IRP to only have it taken away on the last lap. He is looking for victory lane and vengeance here tonight. John Barry on the pole will control the start here tonight. Everybody trying to get some heat in those tires, keep them cleaned off. And of course, McRecken doing McRecken things. Chance Maverick may have lost connection. Looks like it is squared away now, but now he's all the way at the back. Already some chaos on track. Here we go. Pace car is in. John Barry in control. Green flag is in the air. Side by side into turn one. Already some three-wide battling mid-pack. And looks like Brian Hewitt may have gone around already. Austin Minnick currently in the lead. However, looks like an issue with scoring has McRecken in the lead. And a very tight three-wide battle as Chance Maverick looks underneath Kendrick Cryer. Chance gets behind for the moment. A little bit of banging mid-pack. Edmund Jones looked briefly under Michael Cray, trying to make it three wide. Matt Moniak on the move, looking on the top on John Barry. Looks like scoring finally got corrected. And showing Austin Minnick out front. McRecken, though, after starting back in 8th, already up to 5th, looking under Moniak and John Barry. Oh, Kendrick is loose! Was there contact? It is chaos! Chance Maverick clears Kendrick Cryer through 1 and 2. Taking a look here at Chance Maverick as he goes through 3 and 4 underneath Vern Spring. Vern just shoots up the track. There is no contact until Kendrick comes down on Chance Maverick. Half expected that to be a revenge move from Chance, but Chance so far keeping his temper in check. However, that bump from Kendrick a moment ago might have lit the fuse. Matt Moniak currently in 5th as McRecken has now made his way up into 4th. McRecken on the attack goes past John Barry to take 3rd. David Lux, meanwhile, battling for the lead with Austin Minnick. Side by side, David on the bottom, Austin up top. Austin has that momentum advantage off the turn. But remember, 1 and 2, there is a big bump on the high side. Oh, Lux clears the crossover by Austin towards turn 1. Austin Minnick now fighting back. That is allowing Kyle Martin to bring the rest of the field back into play. Chance Maverick now back into 6th. Remember, folks, Chance has a mantra in these cars, no fender, full sender. After last week, he's really sending it. David Lux for the moment holding off Austin Minute, but Austin drives it deep down into turn 3. Edmund Jones now up into 5th. Moniak has slipped back to 8th. Richie Joplin now on the move up to 9th from 14th. Brian Hewitt, after that lap 1 problem coming out of turn 2, has regained the car and is closing back in on 13th place Scott Snodgrass. David Lutz finally clears into the lead. Austin back behind, but they allowed McRecken to close the gap. John Berry still holding on to 4th. Edmund Jones in 5th. David Lux came in tonight 3rd in points. 9 points behind Edmund Jones. Edmund back in 5th. Tonight could be David's night. Kendrick Cryer currently sitting back in 7th behind Chance Maderick in 6th. Chance closing in on Edmund. Michael Cray now looking underneath Moniak. Cray trying to move up. Started in 13th, now up to 10th. Cray, when Jones BS Racing started, they started with these tour mods. Cray was a force to be reckoned with. You know he's got to love being back in this car. John Berry now under attack. Edmund looks underneath. Maderick and Cryer right behind. It gets really tight in the middle of 1 and 2. Michael Cray may be having a connection problem. And McRecken is going to 2nd. McRecken is caught up to David Lux in the lead, looks underneath. Michael Cray has gone to pit road. It does look like he lost connection, but is getting back in. David Lux on the high side trying to hold on to the lead. Austin Minute slipping back. Here comes John Berry, and now Chance Maderick on the high side. Chance taking 5th from Edmund Jones. Chance is on a mission tonight. He already fires to the bottom. Underneath John Berry, they are 3 wide ahead. Oh! David Lux ends up in the wall off that battle between McRecken and Austin Minute. Austin back to the lead for a moment. Caution is out for the first time. Looks like Edmund Jones involved in this. Let's see what happened. There's Edmund on the bottom as they come through turn 4. The car ahead, John Berry, just gets loose, bumps in, and sends Edmund down through the infield. And we have a moment to catch our breath, folks, because this race has been nuts. Cody, I have to agree, that was Man, we know Iowa is multi-groove. We've seen 3 and 4 wide racing year before, but they were pushing it to the absolute limits. We've already seen drivers banging off each other, full sending into the corner. Although that caution is likely my fault, as I was trying to look through notes and see if Jones BS Racing has ever had a green to checker race. Chance Maverick saying it's going to be a barn burner before the race. He is not wrong, and he's in third. Also, Chance, don't text and drive, buddy. Cody, you're absolutely right. We have seen it multiple times in this league. Just a little bang, a little bit of tire bumping sends cars over, around, flipping, spinning, everything. These guys have been pushing the absolute limits of what these cars can do and still keeping 4 tires on the ground. Lights are out on the pace car as they get ready to fire. William Mann Jr. in the house tonight. But he's giving Chance the permission. Green flag back in the air. And Chance already under McRecken for second. David Luck shoots back to the bottom. 3 wide out of turn 2 down the back. Oh! David Lux goes up, gets into Cryer. Cryer saves it. William Mann Jr., it has been a while, buddy. Great to see you. Austin Minute in the lead, McRecken in second, Chance in third, David Lux in fourth. Caution is out. We've got cars spinning out of turn 4. Looks like Scott Snodgrass involved in this one. John Barry, Scott Snow. Oh, look like Richie Joplin, I do believe, just gets into Scott a little bit and chaos breaks loose. Scott's car is broke. Wow, that was a hard hit for Scott. Hopefully he's okay. You are not wrong, William. Richie Joplin also had to tow to pit road. Both Scott and Richie, as well as Vern Spring, on pit road. But Scott definitely got the worst of that. Watching Richie Joplin through this incident, he comes down, just barely gets into Scott. Vern has nowhere to go. But yeah, Scott definitely got the worst of that. Yeah, he might be just a little bit dazed and confused. Hopefully we get an update from Becky Snodgrass if Scott's okay. Wow, that was one heck of a hit. Everybody begins stacking back up for the restart. Everybody scrubbing those tires, getting that heat back, cleaning them off, getting ready for the restart. Austin Minute, Kyle Martin on the front row, David Lux, Chance Maddock on the second, Edmund Jones, Kendrick Cryer on the third, Brian Hewitt, John Berry, Ryan McDaniel, and Matt Moniak round out the top 10. Scott back out on track. Richie back out on track. Vern Spring appears to be out of the race. Note that Chance Maddock does have Kendrick Cryer right behind him. Pace car is in. They're in the zone. Austin fires green back in the air. And Chance is literally pushing Austin to the lead. Kendrick made a wild move up the track to get the angle into one. McRacken has that high side momentum. Kendrick looking up top as well. Chance pushes up a little bit through 1 and 2. Shuts the door on Cryer. David Lux now shoots the gap underneath Kendrick Cryer. Edmund Jones lurking right behind. John Berry, Matt Moniak starting to move up. Moniak just set the fastest lap of the race. Now Lux looking underneath Chance, can't get the run yet. McRacken, meanwhile, trying to make a move on the high side to reclaim the lead. Austin Minute still out front, has led the most laps so far tonight. That may be about to change as McRacken looks to the bottom. Chance Maddock in third, David Lux in fourth, Kendrick Cryer in fifth. And McRacken clears it out of 4. Austin Minute back to the bottom. Austin Minute reclaims the lead. I think these boys may have forgotten they're on an asphalt track. Looks like it is slide job and crossover time between the top 2. Here we go again. McRacken down to the bottom. And slides up the track. Austin Minute back to the bottom. Meanwhile, Chance Maddock closing in. Austin Minute back to the lead through 1 and 2. Chance Maddock, David Lux, they are loving what they see ahead. One driver liking this is Chance Maddock, Matt Moniak. Matt now back up into 6th. Matt is really on the attack now. Austin Minute now back to the bottom. Whoa! It don't get no closer than that move. Austin Minute back to the lead. McRacken back to the bottom. McRacken back to the lead. They are cutting it way close with these moves. This is not going to go well. The one time they misjudge. Out of turn 2, it looks like McRacken holds him off for the moment. Now Chance Maddock is in the fight. Chance trying to build the run up on the high side. He's got Lux behind. Cryer looking low. Now Chance shoots it to the bottom into turn 3. David Lux trying to come with him. It's a drag race down the front straightaway. Matt Moniak is closed in on the lead pack. Chance was literally leaning on Austin Minute through 1 and 2 because 8 tires are better than 4. They are dead even at the line. David Lux just wants a hole to get through there. Lux to the hole. Chance is around. Chance is in the inside wall. Caution. Caution is out and Chance Maddock is in it. Third caution of the night. Chance Maddock down on the bottom, pushes up, bounces off Austin Minute and ends up in the inside wall. There's Chance on the bottom, out of 2. You see him just push. Down into 1 and 2. He pushes up, leans on Austin. David Lux shoots into the gap. Back down into 1 and 2. David Lux, note where he is at. Chance Maddock pushes up and just starts bouncing, comes across David Lux's nose and goes around hard. Just one fast repair. Chance Maddock just used his. He's come off pit road in 9th. Lights go out on the pace car. McRacken and Austin Minute on the front row. Kendrick Cryer, Matt Moniak have the second row. John Berry, Brian Hewitt. On the third row, Ryan McDaniel, Edmund Jones, David Lux, and Chance Maddock round out your top 10. Also, Matt Moniak, don't text and drive. Unless William Mann Jr. says it's okay, in which case, apparently it's okay. Pace car is in. McRacken in control. He fires. Green is in the air. Looked like McRacken went hard down. The car turned hard left, but he holds on to it. Everybody back single file except for Austin Minute, who is already shooting back into the lead. And McRacken doesn't have the ability to run low again. Now he does. What a move. Hey, good evening, Cody Young. Here comes Austin Minute once again, back to the bottom. Slides it up, is so close. McRacken has Kendrick Cryer underneath, can't make a move. Chance Maderick is mired back in 8th, trying to close the gap, get around Brian Hewitt. John Barry battling with Edmund Jones. That's the battle for 5th. And Moniak is now in this lead fight. Austin Minute has the lead for now. Moniak struggled the first half of this race, but man, has he come back. Edmund Jones trying to close up in here. John Barry right behind Brian Hewitt, Chance Maderick. Ryan McDaniel still in the fight in 8th. Chance now back to 9th as David Lux looks underneath. Kendrick Cryer and Kyle Martin now battling it out. Both trying to get to Austin Minute for a chance at the win. As long as they're battling with him, Austin Minute is okay. As long as they're battling each other, Austin Minute is a... Holy cow, what a drive to the bottom. Moniak holds it, drifts, comes down, gets into Edmund. Caution. Wow, with 11 to go, that got nuts. Matt just sends it down into 3, gets a little bit of the apron, causes the car to get loose. He holds the drift until he finds Edmund. John Barry also catching a piece of this one. John has nowhere to go as Moniak comes up, checks up, gets hit by Ryan McDaniel and goes around. Richie Joplin also catches some. No, that was Richie on the bottom, not Edmund, who, wow, takes one heck of a lick. Richie Joplin now out of the race, a heartbreaker. And looks like everybody fakes the pit road, but nobody comes. Austin Minute has led the most laps here tonight, but now has Kendrick Cryer and McRacken and Edmund right there with him. Chance Maderick starting to make his way forward. Holy crap, Kevin, do you still have some space heaters? Pace car is in. Austin Minute in control. He fires. Green is back in the air. 9 laps to go at Iowa. Edmund Jones on the attack underneath Kendrick Cryer. Chance Maderick closing in on Kendrick. He did say if he gets to the end and has a chance, he is going to give him the bump and run. Meanwhile, Kyle Martin is battling with Austin Minute once again for the lead. We have seen this one play. Oh, this time McCracken blocks low. He comes back up to block high. Matt Moniak just set the fastest lap of the race as he comes through traffic. Scott Snodgrass now back on the lead lap. McCracken mirror driving with 6 to go. Now has to block the run from Edmund. Chance Maderick on the high side, 3 wide. Holy cow, we got cars flipping in the infield. Caution. Caution is out with 5 to go. We will go to a green-white checker. Edmund in the middle, bouncing off Chance, bounces into John Barry, and catches Scott Snodgrass. Watch Scott Snodgrass on this one. Boom, hit from Edmund, spins it, sticks the landing, and keeps going. Nice save, Scott. Worth noting that Scott took that really hard lick early on, hit the wall, broke the entire front end of that car. So he does not have a fast repair available. He is on pit road having to get manual repairs, may not make it back out. But man, what a save. Lights are out as we prepare for the green-white checkered. McCracken choosing the outside line for the restart. Oh, also just a note, Chance Maderick, Kendrick Cryer, side by side. A familiar situation. Oh, I can understand that, Kevin. Pace car is in. McCracken controls the start. He fires. Green is in the air. Austin Minute gets the better start. Austin leads him down into 1. Cryer slips up, almost got into Barry. Matt Moniak now in the fight. Here we go. White flag is in the air. One more time around. Who is it going to be? Still 6. Oh, Austin goes too high. McCracken back to the lead. Austin Minute is around. Several cars are around. And Kyle Kyle McRacken Martin will pull off the win. Kendrick Cryer comes home in second, John Berry in third. Let's see what happened on the final lap. Looks like there might have been some help there. Looks like the blimp may be a little too high for this one. Oh, David Lux just barely gets into him. Matt Moniak gets a piece of it as well as Chance Madrick, the heartbreak of the night. And let's see if we can talk to our top three, starting with John Berry. John, that was definitely a wild night for you, buddy.
Yeah, that was all luck at the end there. I don't know how I made it through.
Looking back at it a moment ago, I don't know how you made it through either, but man, you managed to pull it off.
That I did. Got real lucky there.
You got a heat win tonight too. I mean, big points night.
Yeah, everything was all luck involved. No skill, all luck.
Well, bud, you put yourself in the right position tonight. There's some skill in that.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the stream. Thank you, Edmund, for the series. This is awesome.
Great job tonight, John.
Thank you.
John Berry comes home with the win, or with third. Kendrick Cryer comes home in second. Kendrick, you come home in second, probably extend your points lead a little bit, but the more important question is, those final laps, how much were you watching your mirror for chance?
Honestly, not too much. I was kind of trying to get a chance for the win, but we were, it's like a 4 or 5 car battle for the lead, for the win, and that last restart, and almost the whole race, honestly. It was a fun one. Pretty happy to come home P2, and if Kyle didn't miss last week, it'd be a pretty cool, fun points battle. But good job to Kyle, and hopefully see him next week.
Well, man, great job tonight. A great battle and a great job working through the field.
Thank you.
And finally, our winner, Kyle McRacken Martin. I do not know how you and Austin Minute did not plaster yourselves into a wall at least a half dozen times.
Yeah, no, that's a mystery that I'll never share. What's it called? I got my mirror set up so that I know exactly when I'm clear, and I know where the front bumper is. Yeah, hats off to Austin. That was some great driving there. We were real close half that time. I got boxed in with Kendrick trying to pass me too, but we could have kept that going. But that was a great race between the three of us. Unfortunate the last lap that I think he clicked the wall or something and came down on Dave or something along those lines. But great race overall. That was real fun.
It was crazy watching you guys essentially dirt track half the race.
Yeah, that's what Iowa brings. You know, it's a big wide track, big arcs. You can run the top, you can run the bottom. You can even run the slider line, even though it's on an asphalt track.
And it definitely seemed to work tonight. But I do have to say, you knew where the front bumper was. I do recall you saying just a little bit ago this evening that sometimes you forget where that front bumper was. Were you paying a little bit more attention tonight?
Just a little bit. I know where it is on the drafting tracks. They put a bigger front bumper on this thing. You know, it doesn't cave in on itself. So I know where that bumper is. The smaller bumper they give me for the short tracks. Yeah, that thing goes out the window in 10 laps. I think they gotta start giving me the big bumper for the short tracks.
Well, man, great job tonight. A great win and one heck of a show. Good job, buddy.
Thank you.
Kyle McRecken Martin pulls off the win at Iowa. A crazy one. Chance Maverick has another heartbreak of a race. Man, what a night of just non-stop excitement. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget, tomorrow night, 8 Eastern, XCal is back tomorrow night at The Rock. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have a great night, everybody.